Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Rose. And here's her story. Hi, Ollie. It's me, Rose, from the video Your First Mistake with the Narcissist Was. And that was going to the narcissist in the first place. It is amazing how right you were on many levels about my mother. I've watched it a few times. It really helps me remember why I'm still no contact with my mother. I'm going on 4 months now, and it's been so freeing, so thank you again for sharing your knowledge in this area of abuse. Although I would like to take this opportunity to correct the mistakes I made in my first letter. My mother was not the alcoholic my father was. Before I begin, I must write that since my video, everything is much clearer as the pieces begin to fall into place. As I stated in my first video, my parents separated a few times during our childhood, and also divorced. They both had affairs from what I remember, but my mother definitely more than my father. In fact, as very young children, we even lived with one of her boyfriends one summer. Well, that's stable. You were right about my parents remarrying after my father's health seemed more serious. He still had a job and seemed to be doing well early on. A few years later, after they remarried, things with my oldest sister started to get out of hand. She started dating a guy much older than her. She was 15 at the time and he was 20. It appeared that my parents couldn't control her, I guess. I don't know. But they actually allowed her to marry this man who was also an abusive alcoholic. Go figure. My second to the oldest sister was 18 when she married a man my parents chose for her. Her husband is not abusive nor an alcoholic, amazingly. Then there's me. As I look back, I see the pattern now. I completely see and understand the bone collector analogy. My mother was always searching for her next fix because she's empty. Remembering at 17 how she would drop me off at my boyfriend's house. Of course she knew I was going to get pregnant. I know now she was counting on it. Why? Oh, that little baby girl meant more money, just like you said. She didn't like my boyfriend, so he had to go. So he had to go. Typical in these situations. I understand this now. Right, because there's no man around, there's more money for her. As much as I wanted to stay with him, I didn't want to move in with him and his family. I never told my parents, but he was abusive, and at 18 I was just scared. By this time, my father's health had already been declining. I believe now that he was losing his will to live. It was during this time that my mother took me out for a drive to inform me that she had a boyfriend. As your husband's dying. Nice. Thinking about it now, I remember my second to the oldest sister sharing with me that my father knew and cried a lot with her. So yes, you were right again. She knew my father was going to die, and that only meant more money for her. I did share these things with my therapist months ago. I told her that my biggest fear was turning out like my mother. She said that I wasn't, and I don't believe I am, even though, as you've stated, my adult life parallels with my childhood life. I do see the parallels, but I've never cheated on my soon-to-be ex-husband and have no desire to. Again, you were right when you said my mother doesn't care about anyone but herself. What's in it for her is what she has always been about. It may sound sad to others when I share this, but I'm not sad, I'm free. I can actually feel the freedom, the huge weight of stress, anxiety, and hatred no longer keep me down. Thank you for reading this, and also thanks to everyone who listens. You are right about my mother, the bone collector. You are also right about my alcoholic son husband and his alcoholic mother as well. I am hoping to work on those letters soon, and I appreciate your insight. Thank you for helping me sort these things out. You're the best, Ollie. Rose. Well, you know, first, thank you for writing in and updating me on this. And it's nice to know that, you know, what I told you was accurate in the video, but what you're seeing here is, you know, as you go longer and longer through with no contact, of not having this woman around, you're getting better. The longer you stay away, the better you are. the more you realize how deep and depraved it all is. You're nothing but money. You're just trying to game the system with you. And that's your mother. Your mother's just always looking to game the system. They never stop. Getting you pregnant, driving the guy out. Why? For money. For money. It's sad. So, thank you so much for another contribution, Rose, and update to your story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it growing, supported, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance.